I asked an AI for a loadout to beat Fallen, Pizza Party, and Badlands 2. Will the AI choose our towers logically or random, or a mix of both? First I started with Fallen mode, and asked Clyde to give me a loadout. Yes, the AI I'm gonna be using is Discord's Clyde AI instead of ChatGPT. So Clyde suggested me to beat Fallen with these towers. This is quite an intriguing pick. I wonder if it will be possible in solo Fallen? Oh wait, no, I don't have farm. Well, I'll try solo Fallen with it anyways. In Fungi Island, I placed Ace Pilot, upgraded it, spammed a ton of max Ace Pilots, because it's my only good and cheap DPS tower in the loadout, and then a couple of supports. After all those preparations to beat the tank, I only managed to get 5 Ace Pilots at max level, which does not look like it would have a chance to kill tank. But surprisingly, tank got away with a quarter of HP. I tried to solo it again but with different placements this time, but to no avail. It still leaked with the same amount of HP. This is why capitalism is a must. So I tried the loadout in matchmaking instead. My teammates had accelerator and engineer, so I pretty much got carried here. Cause I'm hella broke, we quickly shredded most of the game with it. As expected with accelerator and engineer, we quickly killed Fallen King. Still, after beating Fallen with Clyde's loadout, I was still a bit unsatisfied. So I tried to make some adjustments to the loadout, and decided to replace one of the towers with farm. No, sniper won't be replaced, but DJ will be replaced, to keep the game hard. So I still picked Fungi Island again because it's incredibly long, with placement spots that can cover a lot of the path. I started the game by farming for 7 waves. I abused my level that grants me a ton of base HP to leak a lot of enemies. I soon placed an Ace Pilot after farming. Then I went back to farming, while spending as less money on defense as possible. Just like how Roblox spend the least amount of money in their servers. After maxing my farms, I spammed a lot of Ace Pilots first, then some commanders, and then commando. What about sniper? I didn't use it a single bit in Fallen. Well, it's because sniper is useless here. After placing all of my maxed commando, Fallen King arrived. I slowly moved my towers at the back to kill Fallen Guardians, until this happened, which made me leak Fallen Guardian at 511 HP. The next attempt I managed to quickly kill the Fallen Guardians, brought Fallen King down to half HP, and he spawned 3 freaking Fallen heroes. And that's not all of it, my fellow viewers. He had to stomp as well to top it all off, and entered my base at 40k HP. So I tried again for the 3rd time with no bad RNG, I guess. This time, I remembered to move my Ace Pilots at the back, and I finally won with it. Now for Pizza Party, this time I should remind Clyde to give me an economy tower at least. Let's see what loadout Clyde gives me next. Commando and Sniper again. Since I don't want to try those towers again. Especially Sniper. He's useless, come on. I asked Clyde another prompt.
Farm, Cowboy, Commando, Sniper, Commander.
Fail. That does not include Commando and Sniper.
My apologies. For a different loadout in the Pizza Party game mode, you can try using the farm, Boxer.
How did he know Boxer? Well, I'm gonna make him replace it. Now this will be my loadout. While changing my loadout, I was thinking whether or not I should use the golden version of Cowboy. I was gonna use Golden Cowboy to make it easier, but I had to ask Clyde anyways. And he wanted me to use the normal version. Screw you, Clyde. Once again I tried to go solo with this loadout and see how far I can go with it. First I tried farming the first few waves, then placed some cowboys to defend, and gain money from it. I placed an ace pilot to clean up enemies that leaked from Cowboys. Because Cowboy has terrible DPS for its cost, to compensate for his ability to generate money. But this takes ages to pay up for its cost. After trying to upgrade as much farm as possible, I might have farmed up a little. Too much. Just a little, I think. In the next attempts, I died a lot of times. In the same waves. But I finally passed through wave 18 after some attempts. I was focusing my early defenses on ace pilot instead of Cowboy, because I realized Cowboy is simply not worth it. Finally I managed to max my farms, so I can freely spam ace pilots. And some turrets. But sadly, they are not enough to beat wave 31. So I just moved to quad matchmaking and beat it there. Who defends? I guess me. I started off with barely any cooperation. With no one else to defend, I am forced to defend early game myself. But then someone placed their golden scouts at the front. I could have farmed instead if I knew. We should be fine for several waves. Not anymore it seems.
Skip.
Luckily I skipped so that Kirill can place his max accelerator. After that, we just continue business as usual. Some over farms, while the rest of us under farms. Soon wave 14 showed up with 2 mutated scouts. While we still have the same level of defense as before, our accelerator wasn't enough, we died from a scout. In the next attempt, one of our teammates weren't able to join us, so we turned in a trio match except, we can only place 20 towers. But fortunately my team was more cooperative than before. Specifically DJ. While defending early game, we just talked about his golden crate progress and the next update, until we had troubles with wave 12. But Jay placed accelerator and cleared scout easily. Now he's on crippling debt because of saving accelerator early. We had Warden at front but they weren't fully used. Then I get 8 level 3 farms. And started spamming max ace pilots, after getting closer to entering late game. I decided to settle with 8 level 3 farms since I think Pizza Party will give me enough money to max everything. Hopefully my teammate can recover from crippling debt while I defend mid-game. After getting closer to entering late game, our strategy is now spamming towers at this point. We still struggled a bit on wave 32, but the rest of the waves are chill. Finally we reached the final wave and beat up Wilkes the Fox. We shredded him so fast that he barely made it halfway to our base. And that's a win my friends. Next up and the last game mode to beat for today is the Badlands 2. Additionally, I will switch to ChatGPT to ask for my loadout, so we can compare the two bots. After spamming regenerating response button, I don't know why this happens. Anyways, the first prompt looked promising, but very inaccurate. If you piece together what these random tower names, they will refer to a tower that actually exists in TDS. The technician should be close enough to be related to engineer, and we can take out the word monkey and get ace. Okay, we got our loadout. So let's begin. First we started with 3 people defending early game, and 1 farmer. We defended it really well. My only concern is that there should be 1 more person farming for later waves. But I guess Cowboy works. We begin struggling wave 13 since we only had level 3 Cowboy and 1 level 2 Crook Boss as our hidden defense. This soon changed as Rdu Jane JK placed an accelerator. Then I got recognized.
Am I in video or no?
Maybe. Finally I managed to get a max ace pilots, so I can start helping my teammates. All with the help of DJ. DJ seriously helps a ton upgrading my towers, especially when my loadout is insanely expensive to max out. There's isn't much happening in this game. It immediately turned into an average Badlands 2 match, with overqualified towers. Then finally reached the last wave for Badlands 2. I still didn't get all of my towers maxed at the start of the wave, but with every supports ready and a ton of DPS, I'ma calculate the DPS real quick. We should have 10k plus DPS. With this much DPS we drained Gunslinger's HP down to half HP so quick. And Gunslinger isn't even the last enemy to die. Well, that was easy. Though we already beaten Badlands 2, I wanna ask ChatGPT a clear loadout, where it mentions a tower that clearly exists in game. Now ChatGPT wants to beat Badlands with. This loadout is garbage. At least I can use minigunner. I'm gonna try it anyways. What could go wrong? We actually have a proper team in this game. Got confident about it? We didn't have enough DPS to kill Gunslinger. And then I have teammates as bad as myself. That sucked. I'm not gonna waste more time trying to beat Badlands with that loadout. So was ChatGPT better? Or is Clyde better? Well, I find Clyde way better since it at least knows some towers in TDS. While ChatGPT just tells me irrelevant towers. So yeah, I managed to beat Fallen, Pizza Party, and Badlands 2. With it a loadout given by an AI. So if you like what you see, please drop a like and subscribe if you want more of these videos. Thanks for watching.